A group of Liberty University students rallied together today in response to racial injustice across the nation. Take a listen.
You know, but we're trying to do this together and just be better and have conversations that we just haven't had before. Yeah.
Around 100 students took part in what they called an informational meeting. The student-led initiative was in anticipation of a Black Lives Matter march on campus. School leaders urged students to keep praying for change.
More important than any movement is making sure that we represent him as appropriately as possible. Just want to challenge y'all and encourage y'all with that. We got a long fight ahead of us, but with him as the main aim, anything is possible. Amen.
Several people spoke, including athletes, coaches, and campus leaders. Students say having these conversations are important, especially during the transition of leadership.
There's a lot coming forward about the racial insensitivities on campus and what these students are actually experiencing. And I think more than ever, now that Jerry has been brought to light and we're no longer sweeping these things under the rug, then yes, we have to go forward and we have to continue to push and make these changes that need to happen.
Students say they are planning the Black Lives Matter March next week. And Liberty University has released a statement just a few moments ago on the meeting this morning. The university says while the words Black Lives Matter were used, it was not a Black Lives Matter sponsored event. It goes on to say the university does believe that Black lives do matter.
The protest that
because all of us have a responsibility to dismantle institutional racism. Right now, all we are doing is normalizing it and proclaiming to the world that it is okay, that we are okay with it. We are complicit, but I am not. I hope you are not either. Yes, we cannot change history or the past, but now that we know the truth, what are we going to do?
Have seen is that now we black and brown folks have been discovered. We've been discovered on a global basis. We've been discovered when the complaint that we have had, the cruelty that we have railed about for centuries, was finally acknowledged, like a thesis that you submit and wait for approval. All it took was the videotaping of the murder of George Floyd. You know, what happened, why did he call? He, with a menacing look on his face, said, there are no more apartments available, sorry. I felt dejected. I walked away saying, wow, so this is what racial discrimination in housing is about. I felt not sorry for him, but I felt sorry for myself. I felt sorry for myself because I didn't call him on what he had done. I didn't go file the proper paperwork with the EEOC to stop this from happening to someone else.
I guess what I'm saying for the allies here is when somebody tells you that what you said made them uncomfortable or that what somebody else said was charged with microaggressions and racial charges, listen to them and don't try and discredit them just because it is not your experience and because you don't understand it.
Louder, y'all. No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Black lives matter!
Each one of us to do everything we can to ensure that tomorrow and the tomorrows that follow will never be like the yesterday.
We are yet to confirm and approve a zero tolerance policy for hate speech as a form of harassment. That policy was developed in 2018, and here we are now 2 years later, and we still need that change to happen.
So basically, what I want people to gain from this is just knowledge and understanding that all people are equal, you know what I'm saying? No matter color, race, ethnicity, none of that, like religion, none of that matters. Like, we are all equal in God's eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all one. And it hurts me to really, like, that we have to come to this and be to this solution that we have to protest every day, you know what I'm saying? My ancestors have, like, I don't know, bled hundreds of years for this, you know what I'm saying? And it's just something that it hurts me to see, but I just want everyone to come together and be resolved, you know what I'm saying? Be resolute in the situation.
Well, I mean, like,
shows that, you know, racism still exists in this country. You know, there needs to be change, and we just need to find answers soon. Why it should just, you know, we need to have change.
Me, this march, it's like family, it's community. I love seeing everybody from Tennessee come out and help protest or do this march with us. And it just shows how much people care.
The Capitol steps filled this morning. You can hear the voices demanding change. Today's demonstrations organized by student leaders at Tallahassee Community College.
Elizabeth Milner was there for us and joins us live from downtown. Elizabeth?
Well, Ben, Julie, the protesters, they want change. They want action. I spoke with two 17-year-olds who tell me that they hope they don't have to keep marching for years to come as a result of no change being taken.
Enough is enough! Enough is enough! Enough is enough!
Young protesters taking the Capitol. They are being the voices for those who lost their lives to police brutality. Among the crowd of protesters is 17-year-old Asia Alexander, who demands equality for Black people across the U.S.
We are people too. All we're asking you to do is not kill us. It's not hard. And people are giving us so much controversy about it. And I don't understand, and that's so depressing.
As a teenager, she says she's been experiencing racism since high school, and enough is enough.
This is change. You can't tell us that change cannot happen.
Another young activist using their voice is 17-year-old Roman Lee.
I really hope that as a teenager myself, I don't find myself at 80 years old having another revolution like this.
Roman says racism is a deeply rooted issue that can surround us every single day. And for Roman and Asia, they see hope in the amount of young faces they see in the crowd.
This is the most unity that we've had in a very, very long time.
Change can happen, and this is the generation that's going to stop it, and I stand firm on that.
Well, the message was clear today that the protests will keep on moving. They tell me that it's not they tell me it's a marathon. They want to keep moving for years and years to come, so that way peace and change is invoked because of this. Reporting live downtown, Elizabeth Milner, WCTV Eyewitness News.
All right, Elizabeth, passionate young voices there. Thank you.